If you hate sales, I'm talking that icky feeling you get when you have to sell at the end of a masterclass or a webinar, or maybe it's the conversation at the end of a sales call that just feels icky to you. This video is for you. Here's the thing. I have been in sales for about 20 years. And I was a top salesperson, and before I was a coach, I used to build out sales teams, like take people that had zero sales experience and help them get really good at selling. So I want to teach you one of the really simple, basic techniques that I taught that helped people feel really good selling. And on top of that, it felt really good for their clients to buy from them because they felt safe. And doing this builds instant trust, and likability, because it really allows them to put down their walls. So this sales concept is called consensual selling. And basically it's just getting their permission to sell to them, right? So you're not just showing up in somebody's DM, just unsolicitedly selling, or it's like the equivalent of an unsolicited dick pic, right? We all know those are such a turnoffs and make people feel super icky. So learning how to sell in a way where you actually have the other person's consent, it not only feels really good to you, and it feels good to them, but then they're in an empowered place to buy from a place that is right for them. And this is like what I call ethical selling, and that's a whole other reel that we'll get into another time. But you can apply this technique to either at the end of a sales call, at the end of a webinar, a masterclass, and even to sending direct messages. So you're probably wondering, how do I do this? So I'm gonna break it down. On a masterclass, webinar, at the beginning, I always let them know, hey, at the end of this, I'm gonna tell you how to work with me further. And then at the end, after the content part is done, I let them know, hey, that was the whole masterclass, that was the webinar, you had everything you need to know XYZ. If you want to know how to work with me, then you can go ahead and stay on. I'm gonna talk about my program or my offer. So then anybody who stays on, I know they want to be there, and I have such a different shift where it's like they want to be sold to and it feels really good. I do basically the same concept with sales calls. At the very beginning, I build context. I let them know exactly what's gonna go on in that call, and I let them know at the end, if I think it's a good fit, I'm gonna tell them how to work with me. And then at the end of the call, before going into all the details, I'll stop, I'll pause, I'll ask them what they're thinking, I'll ask them if they want to find out more, and if they say yes, then I'll sell to them. And then you can also apply this in direct messages, where before just like sending links, you can, hopefully you're building rapport first, but you can ask them like, hey, do you mind if I send this information over? So when you ask for their permission, it completely changes your experience and their experience. And why it's important is because it's building instant trust, and why people buy is because they like, trust, and know you. And the trust part is a huge thing, and people are used to just being sold at. And so it's kind of refreshing when somebody is stopping and asking for permission. And that is the thing that then feels really good, and it feels good to you, and it feels good from there as well. So let me know. Please go use these tips. If you have any questions, hit me up in the DMs down here, and share this, save it, come back, and I'll see you soon.